Good evening, class of 2026. I have to start by acknowledging all of the people in the stands that came through today, all those who helped us move into those dorm towers in the sweltering heat, and the ones who took our panicked calls during midterms. To the parents, siblings, grandparents in the stands, thank you for being our pit crew and for always showing up. There's a little bit more. To my parents, and to so many parents here today, thank you for the sacrifices that aren't always visible. Long flights, time differences, quiet worries that you carry, and the unwavering belief that God is here. Thank you for all of those just checking in texts and the grocery store gift cards that quite literally kept us fed. And to the faculty behind me, thank you for pushing us even when we were clearly just nodding along in those 8 a.m. lectures. I've been thinking a lot about my first day here. I remember the high energy blur of New England and the almost automatic comparisons that I made to home, Bangalore, India. The humidity felt different. The air smelled like dining hall stir fry, but that's probably because I was just there all the time. I remember the first time frantically signing up for all of the student organizations. I was convinced that I'd found all my different 15 callings in one afternoon. I remember watching my dad try to compress my entire life into a few moving blue bins and realizing somewhere between unloading and saying goodbye that I had just become part of a small city of 30,000 people. There's a specific kind of growth that happens here. It is subtle and then all at once. It's in the small, absurd moments. The first time you successfully navigated the bus loop without ending up in Sunderland by mistake. The first time you didn't have to use the library as a giant brick GPS to navigate your way around campus. The first time you didn't have to look in a map to find a hidden classroom in Model. Yeah, the bio majors. It's the way that we've learned the too well-known UMass shuffle, the frantic silent lap that we make around Wu and Burke during the rush hour of dinner, eyes darting like a hawk for a single open space, only to finally sit down with a plate of stir fry and feeling like you've just won a marathon. And at these times, these moments feel insignificant. Background noise, really, to the things that we think we're here for. But they end up being the parts that shape us the most. In the years to come, you might forget the specifics of your senior thesis, the formulas learned in Calc 3, or that name of the one gen ed class that was just harder than your own major class. But you will remember the way that the crowd roared at a home game. You'll remember the deep, soul-shaking laughter in your dorm room at 1 a.m., and you'll definitely remember the feeling of walking across the stage. We spent 4 years rushing to catch the PVTA, I was always late, rushing to get to the tailgate before the kickoff, rushing to finish that paper at 11:59. But lately, the rush has turned into more of a pause. This past year has been a series of lasts. The last time you'd walk through the autumn leaves towards the campus center. The last time you'd gather with your friends for a sunset at the pond. The last time you'd set up a dorm room and ask each other for each other's majors, the classic icebreaker. There is temptation to feel a heavy weight today and mistake it for sadness. Let it be a deep sense of gratitude instead. Gratitude for the friends who became family, the mentors who saw our potential before we did, and for those quiet, profound moments that shaped us between the deadlines. And there were many. And most of all, let it be pride. There is real weight to the credential you are about to hold. It says you are a thinker, a builder, someone who showed up and grew. And as time goes on, things will change. There might be new buildings, old landmarks will start to look different, and who knows, maybe they'll even change the logo one more time. That was a big one. Departments will evolve, traditions will shift, and one day we might walk back to this campus and feel like parts of it are familiar, but parts of it are different. But right now, in this very moment, sitting here together, I just want to say we did it. Yeah. And I hope, oh no, I'm gonna start crying. And I hope you're as proud of yourself as the people sitting beside you and the people cheering for you in the stands here today. These 4 years challenged us by the scale of this place until we grew large enough to match it. And I want to leave you with 3 simple takeaways I've gathered as we head out into the unknown. 1, stay scrappy. You survive the UMass housing market and the walk from northeast to southwest in a blizzard, you are resilient. Yes, that is the bar. Don't ever let the world tell you something is too big for you to handle. 2nd, keep the dream bigger than the fear. It is okay to be nervous about what comes next. Uncertainty lies ahead, and things are changing at a pace that we haven't seen move before. But take the grit that you've learned from those 8 a.m. classes in the middle of a New England winter and make sure that your ambition always has a louder voice than your doubt. And I hope you believe me when I say this, you are exactly where you're meant to be. And lastly, most importantly, protect your inner freshman. I hope you never lose that wide-eyed curiosity you had on move-in day. Stay hungry for new experiences, even if they're as intimidating as your first day on the concourse. Class of 2026, look around one last time. Take it in, carry the resilience, curiosity, and the grit that you've built here into whatever comes next. Stay curious and stay scrappy. Thank you so much.